I'm Nastasha, New York City gardener. So before I plant anything, I plan everything because gardens don't fail in June, they fail in March when there's no strategy. So last year, these containers were filled with mostly nightshade vegetables like tomatoes, squash, peppers. And so those crops tend to take up a lot of nutrients from the soil, like nitrogen, because they're heavy feeders. But I also grew peas, carrots, beets, turnips, radishes, kale, lettuce, strawberries, herbs, and edible flowers throughout the garden. And those crops either use different nutrients or help balance things out. So the problem is when you repeat the same crops in the same soil long enough, you're going to see the same problems repeat as well. Pests multiply, there'll be nutrient deficiencies and poor soil. So this year, I'm rotating everything. I'll be managing over 30 containers, large planters, tall bins, grow bags. Each one has a new assignment. So for example, I grew squash in this planter last year, which is a heavy feeder. So this year, I've already planted garlic. So that's going to give this planter a nice break. Where tomatoes were, I'm adding peas and root crops. Peas help restore nitrogen, and root crops loosen the soil. So you can't out fertilize your garden. Even in a small container garden like this, crop rotation keeps the soil healthier. I created this spreadsheet to help me keep my entire garden organized. I start with a master crop list, every plant I want to grow this season, and assign each one to a specific container or grow bag. From there, I plan which seeds I'll start indoors, which ones I'll direct sow, and roughly when they'll be transplanted and harvested. It also helps me calculate how many seeds to start for each planter. For example, I only want one eggplant in this one, but I'll start with 2 or 3 seeds just to guarantee germination. And then herbs like cilantro or basil, I'll start with more seeds and then I'll just thin them out to the strongest plants. I also track crop families and soil needs so my rotation stays balanced. Heavy feeders like tomatoes and eggplant follow nitrogen building crops like peas, and lighter feeders go where the soil needs a break. So instead of guessing each season, the whole garden is mapped out in advance: containers, seeds, timing, and rotation. And if you would like me to create a spreadsheet for your garden, I'll add a link down below for you to check that out. I love helping New Yorkers get started growing their own food. So if you want to see how I turned a Brooklyn backyard into an edible garden, you can check that video out here.